Good morning, you guys. Hopefully, we will have some more of you in here. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, okay. I am there. I have sent out the link to everybody. Excuse me. Oh, you guys, my hair is a hot mess this morning, but you know, that's just that is just how it ended up being this morning. Get my chat pulled out. Oh, Tracy.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Thank you. Thank you for motivating me. Um, oof,
Trying to get the
I
chat.
and you know an easy way to do that I found now is if you have another pull up another YouTube, and if you mute that, if you mute another video, it'll automatically mute the one you pull up. And that's how I did it today, unless it's not muted.
There we
I
go.
Let me see if yep, I'm muted. But
I'm mute.
I lag so bad on my end.
Well,
Let
that's
me
not
do
good.
well. I
I
mean,
have been sleeping so much better with my new meds. I can't even begin to tell you how much better I'm sleeping, and I feel so good.
I'm glad. Sometimes it's just getting that straight.
Makes
Now I
me feel
sent out the
guilty that you're not feeling good though.
no. It's I've got so much drainage and stuff. It's the southern thing, I guess. I mean, this morning it just all makes me feel so yucky,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have an appetite. I did fix me some hot tea, which it was better if it would have been hot, but oh well.
Oh
It's
well.
one of those kind of mornings. So, what did you do yesterday for your weekend? Yeah, I don't know
Oh, worked
anything.
my booty off. I'm gonna have to take a picture and post it on my Facebook of take a couple pictures. We worked for 4 hours outside. It was such a beautiful day up here. Wright went out and mowed the lawn. Jimmy got out the trimmer. So I said, well, I'm going to start weeding in the flower beds because Wright weeded a while back, but he just pulls off the top stuff. He doesn't dig down and get the roots out, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to properly weed the flower beds. So I started at that, and then when Jimmy saw what I was doing, he decided that him and Brantley, after he got done trimming, were going to go to Menards and get us some mulch, which was awesome because he doesn't have to do that. He's going to have his own house in a minute to take care of. So he went and bought some mulch, and then as I would get far enough in the weeding with Brantley's help, which of course slows you down a little bit with a 6-year-old helping you, but as I was getting there a little bit, he would then fill it all in with mulch. So it is just beautiful now. My flower beds are beautiful. Mary got moved, mulch put under her. Mary's back, so no weeds are going to grow up behind her with mulch underneath her. So
Well, good. I didn't. Oh, I'm echoing. Okay, I
do I
am
have another
muted.
YouTube open that? All right, try that.
Okay, Bailey. Get in there with that. Take it in there. Take it in there. See, I used to love to get out and do yard work. Um, and I guess I'll do it through Casey whenever we have some income coming in because we want to do it right. And, do it like I used to do it. Like you
Mhm.
said, the weeding and all that, put down mulch where there's not as much weeding that will have to be done.
Mhm. It was hard work, and I developed a new way for people with bad legs. I used one of those. My aunt bought my grandkids a couple of those little solid, they're not solid, but those plastic little tykes chairs,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
yellow ones. You probably
Uh-huh.
had them with daycare because they're
I did.
sturdy. I mean, a grown person can sit on them and it's not going to crush them. So
Yep.
I took that right outside with me and I sat on that part of the time. And then part of the time I just sat right on my booty in the dirt. And then I had to have the boys help me back up, but I got it done. I kept at it till it was done. I got a blister that in the center of my hand from doing on the trowel, even though I was wearing gloves, and the
Yep.
blister formed and popped all in one job, but I got it done. That's all that matters.
That's like, what is it? Maybe
Jennifer says we're buffering. You're not buffering on my end.
let me. I refreshed and see I hear an echo.
Okay, she refreshed too. Are you still hearing an echo? I have everything closed out except what we're on.
Yeah, it could. I went ahead and how is your speakers up? How far are your speakers up? Good morning, Jennifer.
Oh, it's
It's
pouring there. Where's Jennifer
was
at? Where are you at, Jennifer?
go to live chat. Let me put. I have top chat for some reason. Maybe when I okay live chat.
It's overcast
Let
and
us
hazy here, but it's not raining right at the moment.
let us know, Jennifer, if it's acting crazy because YouTube.
Delaware.
That's like one day Casey. One day Casey couldn't even get. Oh, we got Jennifer Hayes. Hey, yeah. Um, one day Casey couldn't even get Google Hangout to come up. So when I was sending out the link for the Google Hangout, Tracy, it showed like even though I had started it showed video
Mm-hmm.
not available for a hot minute, and then then it finally I had to go live and then
Mm-hmm.
wait to refresh. So
Jennifer says it's okay now. You're probably getting, Jennifer, the weather we had last night over in Delaware because we were, well, some of the weather, although those horrible storms, terrible tornadoes through Indiana and Ohio last night. I have some good friends that live in southern Ohio. I am very concerned as I have not heard anything from them. Good morning, LizzAnn.
good morning, LizzAnn.
I'm going to pop up and
You
open up
saw
my dining room window, speaking of, real quick.
you saw LizzAnn before I did. LizzAnn, do you want me to send you the link? I'm ready for you, Jennifer Hayes, to come on here.
Oh,
I'll send it to you anyway, LizzAnn. Let me wait till Tracy comes back.
I'm back.
Yeah, so that way you can talk and they won't see me looking like this all up into the.
I'm back. It's good. It's all good. Open my window, get some fresh air. We had to shut all the windows because it was supposed to storm last night. If it did, I didn't hear any. I know it obviously rained because everything is wet, but I didn't hear any thunder or lightning or anything last night. But like I said, I saw on the news this morning that, man, down south, they really got hit hard down in Indiana. I know down south, Indiana and Ohio sounds silly to somebody like you guys because that's up north to you guys, but it's down south to us.
Well, down here south, you can't even walk outside without sweating.
Yeah. Can't go much further south than Alabama without hitting the Gulf.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Good morning. Who's the truth? What is
Hey, the truth. Ask them what their real name is. There you are, LizzAnn. See, mine is lagging so bad that I'm just now. Okay.
seeing that? Good morning,
Yeah,
the
in
truth.
her.
We like to call
In,
people by their real names. If you wouldn't mind giving us a first name so we can call you a real name, we'd feel really better about that. But that's up to you. If you're not comfortable, that's okay too.
yeah. There you go, LizzAnn. Hopefully that'll get to you. You guys, it was a struggle. That's why I need Traci to tell me get on up. I even went ahead and put on makeup because sometimes I do that when I feel my worst. I just throw on something. And then it was a struggle finding a shirt to put on. It was like, oh my gosh, what do I wear? What do I wear? I don't want to wear clothes.
I have a
Oh,
t-shirt and sweatpants on, so I can't say that I'm dressed in anything great, but I'm comfy.
well, it has to be soft and it has to be decent. So if I
Yeah, you have to
stand
be
up,
careful about the seams with your shoulder, probably. That probably irritates it.
well, it's just the texture in general.
Yeah.
And I can't wear stuff underneath my shirts most of the time. So then I have to pick out shirts that are decent in case I have to stand up. So you get it.
I get it. I'm a woman. I get it. I'm going to take another bite of my breakfast. I've warmed up some leftover homemade ham and scallop potatoes I made this weekend.
Oh, it's so weird. I was able to eat some Polish sausage the other day, day before yesterday, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Kevin, I said, watch, I've just craved and craved and craved them and watch me not be able to eat them. But yes, I was able to put them in the oven with some hot dogs and I was able to eat the Polish sausage.
Truth, a man of God. Not sure if he's a pastor or a priest or.
I've looked at the truth. I've looked at his channel and I'm sub to him and he gives scriptures and I believe you're a pastor, is that correct? But he's been on a lot of ours. Okay, LizzAnn. See, I have to keep my laptop plugged in. So what I do, I run a extension cord because if it's plugged, oh, I have my phone plugged up behind me. But Mama, I had to unplug the toaster, put the toaster on the oven, and plug my extension cord across the room. So that way, because if it gets unplugged, it just knocks me off. I don't know why. I don't know why.
It's hard with those older houses too. You don't have as many outlets as in a new house. We have outlets everywhere, but
And see, we only had one, and then it was in one spot in this whole kitchen, one outlet, and then of course the electrical outlet for the stove. So whatever 10, whatever that is called. So I mean, we've even instead of doing it the fancy way, and I ain't even worried about no recessed outlets. I'll show you by the coffee maker how he did it. And I mean, you see, he came up. No, oh, no. See, he came up with and did the out. I don't care that it sticks out. You know,
You
Hey,
have to
darling.
sometimes when you have those older houses, we lived in an older house way back early in our marriage that they had to run all the new electrical like that through a little trim piece because all the walls were plaster and laths. So in order to run the electric, you can't really run it through that.
Oh, I tell you, it's something when you try to come up from underneath and run in the outlet box. You better get in your room. Get. You done been out. Get. I took you out.
Where is our friend Derek this morning? I'm gonna wake his booty up.
Yes, please do. I'm worried about him.
I am too.
And I think Destinie, you guys, I think she overdid it the other night because she called me a few times, so she wasn't sleeping, and I think it kicked her butt yesterday. Uh, but yeah, bless her. I love that little old. I call her my little pixie chick.
Mm-hmm.
She called me on FaceTime, and when I answered, it was her and Pat D's, and I'm like, "Whoo!" I'm in my PJs, which wasn't bad, but I kind of
Mm-hmm.
the covers, and I'm like, "Hey." And he said, "Well, hello." He said, "We were wondering who she was calling." Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
I
So
just sent Derek a message to please get up and join us on the live.
he needs, yeah, usually he sends me one, "Good morning, sunshine."
Yeah, I think
But,
he had a pretty rough night last night. I felt so bad.
well, he did a lot the day before sourcing.
Yeah.
Friday, and he sourced a lot. No, that was
He
what
had
day?
like 2 or 3 sourcing videos over the weekend.
Yeah, and he got a big haul, and then trying to, do the auction last night. I think he was just tired out. I think Derek, if you're lurking, love you. I think you're overdoing too.
Yeah, I think part of Destiny's issue, I think, is that she doesn't know how to slow down. So she's still trying to, even from her hospital bed, trying to do things. And it's like, Destinie, you need to get better first.
And she's a little social pixie that throws that pixie dust everywhere. So
Yeah.
um, she's used to, jumping in and saying, talking on Facebook. And even though it's, well, not just Facebook, but here on this forum, even though it's opening a laptop or just looking at your phone, it took, and I'm trying not to whine, but it took all I could do to open my to open up my computer this morning. My bed was feeling too good, and so Traci told me, "What'd you tell me? Just get on
One
up."
foot in front of the other.
Yeah, so that's why in the description I put, "Gotta move it, move it.
Yeah.
Gotta move it, move it,
Move it, move it, move it, move it.
got to move it." That's what you need to send to Derek with his little thing. Got to move it, move it.
Mm-hmm. I know he said when I did talk to him this weekend, and he said he had a phone call to make. I don't know. I mean, it is almost 9 on the East Coast, so maybe he has to make a phone call yet. But I'm gonna
But
take him.
he's the same time zone as we are.
Right.
But he gets up early. But you know what? Just because you get up early, a lot of places do not open till 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
But Darlene, what did you do this weekend? Don't you two start? Look. I'm
You're
not playing
messing
this
today.
game. The cat didn't care. She just sits on my table and looks at me like, "Okay, so what are you gonna do with that?" But Darlene delivered a baby goat.
Oh my goodness.
Ain't that cool?
That's awesome.
And Darlene, I hope you still have little redheaded Norcus. Her neighbor dog killed her 3 little white baby chickies. She had 3 snow white ones and she had a redheaded one. So I told her to name the redheaded one Norcus. And the neighbor dog got 3 of them. And it was the 3 little white ones.
She said she does still have it. LizzAnn's not finding the link. You may want to try and send it again.
Okay. Well, I told you, like, my Facebook was acting slow and crazy too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe if I press enter, maybe
Maybe if you press enter, it would go. Isn't that funny how that works?
I mean, yeah. Oh, goodness. You know, I told you it is a struggle, a real life struggle. I'm, I guess this morning so far, I'm not hurting. Yesterday, I hurt so bad, like every time I moved. Today is just that the part that you want to just sink into your bed, and I'm not really sleepy. So if I were to go back to bed, I wouldn't be sleepy. But it's just that part of feeling like my body don't want to move. Darlene, I remember those days of having to get help, hubby get off on the road. Her husband drives the truck, Traci.
Oh, my daddy used to drive a truck in his working days.
And, you know, it would be a bad day on Sundays when Keevan had to leave out because he wouldn't want to be going, and the kids wouldn't understand why he would be grouchy. And because, you know, he'd get home on a late Friday and have to leave out early Sunday.
Yeah, doesn't want to leave his family, but you have to make a living too.
Yeah, and he got his own truck when they were teenagers. So he drove a truck, you know, when they were younger, but he got his own truck when they were teenagers, and he really had to hustle. And so that was during a time that, you know, teenagers don't like to have a parent that is moody because they're already moody. It wasn't as bad on Casey as it was Tiffany. So, you know, there'd be times when he would leave, I would stand out on the front porch and I'd be waving at him as he was waving at me going up the road, and then I'd come in the house and go in my room, lay across the bed and cry, and I'd cry and I'd cry. And I hated when he had to leave, and he told me, he said, well, you don't know how many times I pulled up that road and I did the same thing. I told him, I said, see, if you had a truck now, I'd be able to ride with you. And I said, me and Bailey, I said, but no, I cannot see me getting up and down in one of those trucks now.
No, oh my goodness. I got to grab a pillow for my butt.
I know.
It's sore from all that stuff yesterday.
Yeah, I got a butt pillow myself right now. I have to sit on them.
Hey. Oh. How's everybody?
Good morning, LizzAnn.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, LizzAnn.
Yeah, when you see you.
When you own your own truck, like your own truck, that's your business. And like Darlene said, you own everything that comes with it. You own those tire bills. You own everything. And I remember when he first got the last one that he had. Oh, he was so proud. It was so pretty. And Mama was in the house. Mama.
Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Mama. Get yourself a cup.
Wow. Good job, Traci.
I am in a mood today.
Well, good. See, you're in the mood for both of us.
I don't know whether who's missed y'all the most, me or Darlene.
Well, see.
Good morning, Mama.
Jennifer said, good morning, Mama. You're going to have to get your butt back there and pull my show. She don't pull my show up, you guys.
I do.
We see how she is.
Wait, I'm gonna get the
Facebook
Casey look. I'm gonna get the Casey look.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know. I look more like Sandra doing that.
I'll give you the mama look.
I ain't worried about the mom. Talk to the hand, Mama. Talk to the hand.
Oh my
But
goodness.
darling, right after Kevin got his real beautiful blue truck, he had Adam's in the
Good
house.
morning,
He's gonna
Adam.
hide. You see, he's gonna hide because I sent him the link.
Awesome.
But anyway, 2 deer hit his truck
Oh my goodness.
and it tore up the radiator. It tore up the fender thing. It messed up his gas tank all on one side.
Goodness.
So it was like, oh my gosh. I mean, within what, about the first month to even run his new truck?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, Mama.
That's when you say, see, it never pays to have new stuff because it always seems like something happens.
Wow.
So LizzAnn, how was your weekend? Because I don't think I got to holler at you.
Well, it was actually a pretty good weekend. We did message and talk about. I did ask you how our girl Shamrock Pixie was doing, Destinie, and you had shared, that you had gotten a message
love
from
the
her and it
video.
looked good. But
Mhm.
we didn't get to visit more than that. It was just a hectic weekend. Had some family stuff going on. Good picnic yesterday with my husband's family, and it's just too short. You know how those weekends are. 2 days on the
Oh,
weekend
yeah.
does not equal 2 days at work.
Mhm.
Of course, I'm not pulling a paycheck anywhere right now, except for selling on eBay and a little bit on Amazon. But still, 48 hours for the weekend seems to fly by faster than 45 than the work week.
I know. It doesn't seem like he even had off Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It
I
just,
know.
I know, right? Just like, it was
and
like,
he
it
had
seems like, and Sunday I said, Sunday is all about you. I didn't watch the Indianapolis 500, which I normally am like racing. Good morning, Linby. I'm all about
Good morning.
racing, and I didn't watch the Indianapolis 500 this year for the first time in years and years and years because
Okay.
I needed to give Wright some man attention, and he's not a sports nut, so
Yeah.
I sat with him and he watched the crazy movies he didn't want to watch. I didn't want to watch, I should say. Watch the movies that I didn't want to watch. I don't really care for, but he was watching them, so I sat and watched them with him because that was the wife thing I needed to do for him. He needed that.
Yeah.
Well, Friday, I kept missing, excuse me, Friday, I missed Derek's thing twice. I mean, I had to go to do something. I forget, and I come back and I'm like, dang. And I caught the very end of it. Then I went back and watched it. And then the race, I had to go get takeout food. And by the time I got back with the takeout food, he was already, I mean, I got to see most of it. And it was so interesting.
It's fun.
And yeah, see, the first time I watched it.
Yeah, me too. It was fun.
Adam says, Mama, I see you.
Mama, she says, I see you.
Adam said that. Mama.
Oh. Why
We love you, Mama. You're so beautiful. You don't think you are, but you are beautiful.
Yes,
you
we
there?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I forget. I think it was, well, Jennifer, I watched it, but I didn't get on in time for me to beat the brakes off of Adam because I was going to be racing against Adam. But when my car came up, I wasn't here. So
Adam and I both got knocked out by the same car.
Oh, that's right, you did.
Wasn't it Kimmy that was just beating the brakes off everybody?
Yeah, Kimmy was doing good. Kimmy did good.
You want some?
I'm afraid if I do,
Miss Traci, I want to thank you for subbing to my channel. Miss Traci.
Do what, LizzAnn?
I was trying to tell Miss Traci that I appreciated her subbing to my channel.
And I found out this weekend because I swear to you guys, I have like 3 channels going. I don't know how this happens between my computer and my phone and everything. It's like craziness. So I have subbed to everybody, I think now on all the channels, and eventually I will get this all merged to one. Derek gave me a really good suggestion for a name because I said I'm going to rename it when I get everything all done to one, and I think I'm going to call it, he said TKS, which is my maiden name and initial in the middle, TKS, Livin My Life. But I think I'm going to call it Traci Livin My Life.
Cool deal.
Oh, yeah. But then I'm going to be all confused because you've been,
Nana?
Yeah, Nana's.
Yeah.
But Derek was right. He said, and you know, my husband has some concerns about YouTube and being on the internet, and he's getting over it, but he has some concerns, and Derek said that the way that I have that worded, who's your Nana, can maybe attract some reverts that I really don't want to attract.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I attracted them somehow, and
I know.
look, why? Who's on with? Huh? No, because if I get choked up, I'll be no good for 30 minutes. Why did? All right, Francis, how did you sleep last night? Because I'm looking at the chat. Lynn, you know, a bunch of them had a hard time sleeping last night. Tracy got a good night's sleep.
I slept like a baby.
Well, I was up too late. I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I was on a project.
Mama said she had to use some of that CBD oil, and it helped her sleep.
Good.
This
Adam,
new med that my doctor has me on is just a miracle drug, I think.
I
still haven't gotten an answer from Derek.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of concerned.
Yeah, I think he overdid it, Adam. I think he really overdid it. Good morning, Peaches.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Look, I need Tracy to be the one singing this morning. Peaches, is this the first time you've been on my show? I see you all the time on Casey's. Oh yeah, Lynn, you can't put SUB in. Not that anybody would attack you over it. It's just that for some reason, let me try to explain it because
Peach's second time.
Huh?
Peaches said it's her second time. Fill in my coffee.
Well, I'm responsible for Casey and all of his awesome sauceness. He is my sweet love. Got 2 other daughters, stepdaughter. You guys, okay, you guys, I can't even. But yeah, Casey's got an older sister. She just turned it in February. Let me see. She is 37. Casey just turned 30, and then my daughter, the last day of this month, she'll turn 34. And so they all have such different personalities.
And well, they should.
Cece said Evan should like to ask you about that.
So Tracy?
Yes, ma'am.
How is the medication helping with the swelling problem you were having?
Yes.
Good deal. You're seeing some good.
They decided that the other medication that the doctor had started me on definitely was contributing to the swelling issue. So they took me off that, put me on this other medication. Not only has the swelling gone down, but it's working 10 times better for sleeping. I'm sleeping like a champ. I have not slept this good in years.
Fantastic.
Okay, Lynn said Cece said Adam should like to ask you about that. So was Cece in the chat and I missed it? Is CC in here with us?
I have not seen Cece.
Okay.
I'm on my phone and I can't see the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't want you to look at you.
And right now I'm driving, so
So, Adam, nobody
in the
really
profile.
knows if that's really going on. Oh. You guys, Kevin had to leave out this morning about, I think he said about 4 o'clock. So I was afraid I was going to oversleep and sleep until 10 o'clock like I did before. But no, I went ahead and took my medicine since I was up. I couldn't sleep night before last, or yeah, I just,
You
I
have not slept good all weekend, Darlene.
So, Tube Buddy started the rumor. No, the last night I took my medicine pretty early, Tracy, but I told Kevin, I said, well, if I take it real early, then I'm afraid I'll get a second wind and it not work. I mean, that my medicine's funky like that. So the other night I got distracted and I took it too late, but I got so sick at my stomach and so that's when I don't stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning. Never. So I was up until 5 o'clock in the morning before I could go to sleep. And then I woke up at 10 and felt like, well, somebody was body slamming me, my dog. And
Rebecca, good morning. Good morning,
Good morning,
Rebecca.
I was in there last night trying to.
Me too. I was
didn't have
stalking.
money. But I love those wine glasses, those little old glasses. And if I'd had money, girl, I would hit you up.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, Rebecca, you guys got slammed by some trolls last night. I'm like, leave you guys alone.
No kidding. I just don't understand what is the fun for trolls to just be idiots like that. I just don't get it.
Because that's some people's fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
Same way with Facebook. I mean, people would just falsely try to add people, and then slam them with all kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's too bad that people have to get their jollies this way.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just sad that it's, some people like Rebecca and Derek were just trying to do an auction and sell some things and get a little, earn a little money. And there were some of us in there that, like Darlene and I, who don't have any money, and we like to go and
like to watch.
At least be supportive and watch. And then there's idiots that come on. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Peaches, can I share my new sleep meds? I need to get off the one I'm on. I am taking, actually, Peaches, I will share that. I am taking Latuda now, and it is working like the miracle that I never thought I would have.
Really? I've seen that on TV.
Yeah, the doctor wasn't sure my insurance would cover it, but my insurance is covering it with a $8 copay, which is a little bit higher than most of my other copays. But for the amount of sleep I'm getting, I would pay twice that or more. It's worth it. It's worth every penny.
And Keegan gets upset he said, you need to come off that medicine you're on, because he said he was just frustrated. But I said, I can't wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and be told anything like this morning. I thought the dogs were all fed. I thought he told me that he fed and took them all out. So when he called me back, said if I was up and awake, just about 20 minutes ago, I said, yeah. I said, I'm up. He said, did you feed the dogs? I said, no, I thought you did. So, I mean, and you know, you got to understand, he was telling me this at 4 something this morning. I can't remember, you know, I can't, I can't do things like at 6
I'm
o'clock.
gonna go look.
I can pick up,
I'll be right
you
back.
know. I mean, I told him, I said, well, don't have me pay bills. Hey, you will go out of this room. You will behave and you will not eat my bed today. You guys, she is so solid. She's not going to get my puppy. She's 8 months old, so I'm pretty sure she won't get much taller. Solid as that solid bulldog. And she just was so excited yesterday, and she just jumped on the bed and jumped on me, head-butted me with her head, giving me love. But the last time I was on, I think it was you guys, was it Friday? Me and Casey? Yeah, I think it was Friday. But I told Casey to put her up, and I thought he put her in her kennel in our bedroom. He just shut the door. So when I go in there, not only is there a pillow all over the place again, she done tore up one of my pillows. No. It was fluff everywhere. She done tore through a sheet, the bottom sheet, and Casey's mattress topper that is one of those bamboo expensive mattress toppers, and some of the stuff was out of that. And I'm like, no, you did not. So I am, now that Traci's back, because I'm not going to put LizzAnn on the spot anymore, but you were great, LizzAnn. I'm going to put her up.
Well,
I had to go get the medication. Peaches was wondering what I was on before, and I wanted to let her know. I don't like to tell everybody everything that I have taken in the past, because I've taken some pretty stiff stuff, and some of the stuff I even take now would scare some of you. But it does have a common name, Peaches. Let me try to Google it real quick. It does have a common name, but I'm not sure what it is. Derek has really got me.
Yeah, that's unusual that he's not up and on.
Yeah, I'm just really worried about my friend.
Yeah. Derek, if you're listening, we love you.
We love you, Derek, and we'd really love to see you.
Yes, we hope you're doing okay. Hope nothing's wrong. We pray that nothing's wrong.
I hope that it's nothing more than that you have to make that phone call. That's what I'm hoping.
Oh, I think I know what it is. His hair must be messed up, and he hadn't.
Oh, geez, he has a hat for that.
What?
I'm sure he had.
LizzAnn said that maybe Derek's hair's messed up.
And he hadn't got his makeup on. And
yeah, he got his makeup on this morning.
I'm sure that's the reason why he's not with us.
Peaches, the common name for olanzapine is Zyprexa. But that is the medicine that they feel is that caused the horrible swelling that I had. And since I've been off of that, the swelling has gone down, which is good.
Oh, good.
And it didn't work as well as the Latuda is working. And the Latuda is working amazing. I'm sleeping so much better.
Good deal.
Guys, I'm going to have to make sure Casey, we're going to do art therapy today. He said he's going to do his journal, but start doing the journal. But I think April's going to talk him into, them painting, because she has paints up there. And I might sit here at my kitchen table and try to do my angel wings.
That would be nice. I've got my coloring. Yay for coloring.
Yay. That's all good. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm like, have you guys ever seen me like this? I'm crazy. Sleep.
I think
It's
there's
sleep
footprints
in
on
God.
your
I went to mass again on Sunday morning. It's sleep in God. This is all it is.
See, and I
Awesome.
wanted to go. I wanted to go to church Sunday, but Kevin did not want me. Yeah, no, Casey.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't bake, but they'll be bringing me some red velvet cake back at them. But I wanted to go to church so bad Sunday night. But
Mhm.
Casey just sees a mom. I don't feel like going, and it's a new church, so I understand. You know, he just wasn't feeling going to a new one, and I said, "Well, I want to go, and I could drive myself, but Kevin knows, and Casey knows if I don't look quite right, I don't drive." So, but I'm glad. I'm glad, Tracy. I'm glad you got your Jesus back on. That's what I call it.
Yes.
Praise.
Good deal.
Yeah, that's what I said to my grandson when I left. I said, Nana needs to go get some Jesus. She'll be back in a little bit. Because he was here this weekend. And I said, Nana's got a good Papa's going to take Nana to go get some Jesus. And then we'll be back in a little while. And Ryan takes me, drops me off at the door of the church. And then he goes, sits in a park. That's his church. He sits in a park and communes with nature, which is fine. That's what he wants to do. That works for him. And then he comes back and picks me right up at the door. So it's a beautiful thing.
I almost asked
Herb
Casey,
service.
you know, to do that, but I mean, it's too hot. It is so extremely. We live in Alabama, so it is so extremely muggy, and it's just awful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
It was humid Sunday morning when I went to church. It was very humid. And we finally have church, we have air in our church just in the last few years. They put air in. I mean, we're in Michigan, so not every place needs air.
Right.
But they put air in the church just in the last few years. And they had the air on. You could feel it in the narthex, but man, when I was in the pew, I was sweating.
Well,
I said, I promise God, I've been good. Don't make me sweat like a W in church because I've been good.
It was hot when me and Tiffany went, but I was moving. So
yeah,
might have been Tracy. It might have had something to do with your new medicine.
yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Plus, it's getting towards the end of the month, which I do start to have hot flashes again by the end of the month when it's time to take my shot for that.
Yeah.
And but I try to wait as long as possible, and I'm trying to cut back so that I can get off of that because, you know, as a smoker and a family history of heart disease, taking estrogen is not the best thing for long term.
And see, I never took it. They told me I would need it, but I didn't have any of the symptoms.
I'm so lucky.
But you know, I tell the thing of this, Tracy, because of my weight loss surgery at the time, I really counted my protein to make sure I was getting my food right. So I started my calories and protein and stuff. So the more protein I got, and I do protein shakes in the morning, you know, of course, with milk. And milk has so much hormones. And of course, you know, meat is packed full of hormones now that I think that's why I didn't have an issue. And
oh my goodness. Before I got on the shot, I literally was having about 4 or 5 hot flashes every single hour, 24 hours a day. I was miserable. And I finally called the doctor and I said, please, you've got to help me. And so they made me an appointment and I went in and they gave me that shot and had me come back a month later. And they gave me another shot at that time. And then they gave me a prescription so that I can't do it for myself. I probably could, but I like hesitate. So I just have Wright do it because he can jab me real good. He jabs me real good. That's his payback once a month. To jab me in the booty with a needle.
Darlene, how is the flooding up in Arkansas and all up in there.
Oh man.
Because those pictures that you posted was just awful.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma, I saw that some flooding in Oklahoma on the news over the weekend too. I was like, wow. Because some of those rivers in Oklahoma especially are like just dry riverbeds part of the year.
Until the
Yeah,
rainy season.
the struggle's real when you want cookies, but you don't want to cook them because you don't feel like heating up the oven.
That's okay. When it's hot, I don't like to turn my oven on when it's hot. If I can't cook it on the stovetop or in the crock pot when it gets hot in the summer, it don't get cooked. We eat a lot of salads in the summer.
Well, salads are good in the summer. They are.
Peaches, before we got central air here, we used just fans, and the trees had been cut down, so it was so hot in this house. More than it had ever been, because there was trees that just covered the house here.
Yeah.
But I loved yard work. Mama could tell you I would get a towel, and I would wet the towel and put it in the freezer and put the towel around my neck, and then I'd go out and do yard work. And or even in the house if it got too hot, I would put the cold towel around my neck.
And 5 minutes later, it was.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's like you get hot. The problem with me is once I'm like hot, just hang it up. I can't get cooled off. It takes forever.
Well, yesterday, my daughter sent me a message, I guess because it was Casey's birthday. I don't know. She said, "Are you cooking today?" Now, when we had our pool and a few years ago when I was still able, that would have been a no-brainer. The weekend, Casey's birthday, I would do a cake for him and Tiffany, and cake, because his daddy's and Casey's and Tiffany's all there together. So we'd have a big cookout. And all right, Darlene's in Arkansas, isn't it, Darlene? Darlene B is in Arkansas. So anyway, she said, "What are you cooking?" I said, "Pat, nothing." And so I gathered up some hot dogs and hot dog buns and just some items and took them to her and the baby. And our air went out in the car. And by the time, it usually don't bother me. But by the time I got back, I just was not feeling good. And as I come up to the back door, I just felt like, I felt funny. And Keegan said, "Well, are you about to pass out?" I said, "That's just how I'm feeling." Yes. And he said, "See?" Oh, yeah. Oh, she was asking me. We live in Alabama, Peaches.
Alabama, roll tide.
Oh,
there you go.
Thank you, Lynn. I feel like a hot
You
mess.
look beautiful.
Thank you. Look, Tracy, I said my eyebrows, my eyes, and my lips. I had to do my eyebrows. So yes, I have eyebrows this morning. But yeah, I think that got me motivated. Yeah. I'm like, let me throw a face on, but this hair, the hair is just one of those things. I'm like, you know what?
I just run a wet comb through mine and just my hair is so fine and thin. It just run a wet comb through it, just goes right down.
So, LizzAnn, what was your beauty treatment today? We're going to talk about beauty treatments today.
I got up and brushed my teeth and combed my hair. That's it.
That's about it. I comb my hair, wash my face, brush my teeth. Woohoo!
There you go. Ready to go. Wash your face.
How would you put a baby astronaut to sleep?
Makeup. Makeup breaks me out. So rather than deal with that, I just don't wear makeup.
You rock it. Oh, you're so funny, Adam. Good one. Good one.
Good
How did you get a
one.
baby astronaut to sleep? You rock it. Too funny. Good one, Adam.
LizzAnn, I have come on here before and just said, look, I brush my teeth. That's as far as I got. So
Mhm.
I'm just
So
here.
you're not going to deal with any bad breath from me this morning. I brushed my teeth.
I brushed my teeth. I said I didn't brush my hair. I mean, I'm just straight up. Traci knows because Traci's been on here with me for a long time, and I'll just keep it real.
Mhm.
Putting one foot in front of the other, and you're keeping on going. That's what matters. That's what matters.
You know, I thought,
sometimes it's hard to get motivated and to even get up. So I understand. I have those days. But
I'm
Oh.
like, is it even gonna matter if I come on this morning? Is anybody gonna let me just? Does it matter if I don't go live?
Yes, it matters to me.
It
Thank
matters
you.
to a lot of people. A lot of people.
Derek will be on after he gets that call. He has tried 3 times already. Let's pray he gets through to somebody soon. Dear Heavenly Father, please,
Right.
please, please let this just be a simple, simple thing for Derek that he can quickly answer and clear up on the phone. That it is not a large dilemma that causes us all great pain if he has to come off YouTube.
Yes.
In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. You know, there's things out there that's just not fair. And thank you, Traci, for going in there and praying.
I do. When I see that on the internet, you guys do not know that really in real life, I really do that all the time. I see something on the internet. If I don't drop and pray right then, I won't. So I do it.
You know, the other day I was sitting here and I was writing in my planner, which is, I didn't do it Sunday or yesterday, but you know, I have plenty of places to write in it. I mean, it's Kevin got it, so it's got the calendar part. Then I can write because I love to have I call it my journal planner. But I was sitting here and I was thinking of Destinie, and I was so worried.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, Casey did the whole thing on God's emergency numbers. LizzAnn, that was Casey did these a while back, and I can get him to send them to you. But it's God's emergency numbers, list of emergency numbers. And so I was looking through all of them, and I'm like, well, what am I? There's one about worry and when you've sinned or men fail you and all this.
Yeah.
So I went in sorrow, called John 14. So I sit in here. And I didn't feel like going in there and getting the huge Bible that Casey reads from now that I have. Good morning, Dad's Vintage Garage.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Dad's Vintage Garage. Good morning, good morning, and good morning, Lisa C. Good morning, Lisa C. Woo, 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 woo.
Okay,
Tracy,
you guys.
You're gonna have to wipe those footprints off the ceiling.
So I
registers all those dance steps.
Yeah.
You have everybody calling their doctors. Look, I want Latuda.
Yeah, I know. It's a miracle drug.
I am so glad to see you just having such joy.
I know,
So
right?
glad to see that.
It is truly an answer to prayer that I'm just getting a good. I'm telling you, everybody, the doctors and stuff were telling me that I needed to go to therapy. And I think what I needed was some Jesus and some sleep. And that's what I needed.
Did you tell them you have therapy every morning, Monday through Friday?
Exactly. Exactly.
But you got
Mama, thank you, saying I could sing. Linby, thank you, saying I can sing. You guys are crazy. I just sing because I love to sing.
Okay, I broke out. I broke out Big Red because
Woo! Big Red.
Yes, I broke out my to sit here and
You know
read.
this Bible?
No, I broke out the one that I was given in for Christian womanhood in 1996, but it's large print, you guys. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't have any problems, you know. So then I just sat here and
That's
read.
the can't find your glasses. It's a print.
Oh no, I still can't see that even with my glasses. If I don't have my glasses, I can't read anything. So anyway, I just read John 14. I read through all of it and prayed for Destiny. And maybe that's why she was able to call me, you know, a few times.
Mm-hmm. Adam's having Sandy as his guest. Woo!
Okay,
That
Mama,
should be a
you
nice
see that?
show, Adam. I'll be
Ooh,
excited
Adam,
to watch.
I know. Are you going to be able to contain
Sandy's mouth.
contain Mama and Sandy? I don't know. He had all those bad people on, didn't he? That was so much fun. I enjoyed that so much, Adam, when you had all of us on.
Oh my goodness, that was just such.
I did a
My
great job.
grandkids still watch that periodically because they think that Nana is just the coolest person on the planet because she was on YouTube. They have no idea that I'm on YouTube every morning, but I let them watch that because it was all pretty clean and good, and they get so excited. Oh, look, there's Nana. Look, there's Nana.
Awesome.
You know,
Lib.
me and Kevin, we were talking yesterday about disability and stuff like that. And, you know, what people don't see, I'll sit here like this, but when I get up, sometimes I try not to what I call old lady sounds. Hey, Dad, Kitty Sparkle.
Good morning, Deb Kitty Sparkle. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Awesome.
But I get up sometime and me and Mama both will be, oh. So sometimes I try not to let anybody hear me do the. So
Right.
it's not to where Monday through Friday that I could sit. Like right now, I'm sitting in a high chair, and my table. We purchased this table because it was high. So that way it would not, because I knew the way my back was getting and having to try to cook or do anything. So I got the table that's real high. The chairs are real high. But right now I've got my foot resting on, you know how the hydraulics go out of the cheap computer chairs, you know, that go up and down and then the backs fall off of them. That's what I use in the art room, one of those roll, you know, so I can roll around in it. But got my feet propped on it, and my feet will be constantly moving. Now, in the workplace, I won't be able to do that. What I used to have to do was go to the bathroom a lot because they could not stop me from going to the bathroom. And I'd go in the bathroom and I would put my back up against the wall and try to do stretches. And I would hurt so bad. And I mean, so yes, I'm sitting here, but nobody sees what I look like when I get up except those in the house.
I'm sitting on a pillow with my feet up on another chair on a pillow.
And Casey, bless his heart, he done all the laundry, got all the laundry caught up before he left. So he knows how my neck and shoulders to hang up now. Oh, I got to praise the Lord Sunday. And I told Kevin, I said, even when I get in the car sometimes, when I left the doctor's office, I said, I put my hands on top of the roof of the car and I just praised the Lord. But to hang clothes, it hurts my shoulders so bad. And I told Kevin, I said, that's just one of the things that, you know, the doctor said it's going to take a long time for this shoulder to, you know, be complete. And it may never because of all the arthritis. So in the mornings, I do wake up with my shoulders where I can't hardly move, but I get up.
Right. That is the biggest issue with disability when you have something invisible like chronic pain. It's hard for people to understand that because it's invisible. They can't see how much pain we're in. I have pain in my leg every single day, no matter what. I wake up with pain. I go to bed in pain. And I can put on a happy face and I can sing and I can tool around. But, you know, when it comes down to it, yeah, you know, people don't see when I'm really down and out. Right sees that. I don't let other people see that.
Well, my thing is, oh, I'm sorry. I just stop and I get real close to the.
I know. Got to see what it says. Yeah, that's terrible, Rebecca.
Well, see, but they can see mine. I have so many MRIs, you guys, from my neck all the way down. So, and my knees. So they know where everything is. And my lower, you know, I did my neck. I've said that before. I had 8 discs. No, you have 7. I had the middle 5 taken out. And I call it zombie bones put in with the metal plate and screw.
I have a zombie bone in my foot.
Yeah. So they see it. They see it, but they don't want to. Then the lower back they don't want to mess with, and that's what I told my orthopedic doctor. He said, "Well, if it gets worse, let me know." He said, "How are you dealing with it?" I said, "Just one day at a time." I said, "There's times that my bed is close enough to the wall." I said, "There's mornings that I can't stand up, and I kind of walk my hands up the wall to stand up." And I said, "But I just deal with it with what I'm taking, and I don't take extra. If I hurt extra, then I try to do something else." Lisa, I had just because of degenerative arthritis, I had to have there's a bone spur that almost had went into my spinal cord. They said if I would have had a accident or fell off a ladder, that I would have either been paralyzed or I would have died. Because as soon as they seen that MRI, they set me up for surgery. And of all things, it wasn't that long before that surgery that I painted this whole kitchen, the ceiling, the walls, and I was on a ladder because these ceilings are 10 foot high. I was up and down the ladder, you know. So that's why now they still tell me because I'm kind of off balance. And I think when your hip gets off a certain way or it kind of throws you off balance. And so I get dizzy and I'm not supposed to step on chairs and stuff. And hush, Mama, don't put what I do because Mama does things she ain't supposed to do too. But
that's where I'm very lucky compared to some of you that I am already collecting Social Security disability. I've already been through all of that process. So I don't have somebody judging me right now. I mean, they could do a review, but I still have doctors that would say there's no possible way I could work a full-time job and earn the kind of money I made before. It's just not possible.
No,
even my brain doesn't work the same way as it did. I mean, I worked a desk job, but with the amount of medication and the RSD and stuff, it causes some kind of brain fog that there are times I can't do simple things I used to be able to do without stopping and really thinking about it. And it's like, this is crazy. I used to do this stuff like it was nothing.
Yeah. It's like sometimes now, you know, Casey had to, I just had to get up and lay down. And I hate doing that on cam, you know, but I laid there and I got to listen to him finish reading. And he helped me kind of get to my bedroom and lay back down. And it didn't last, but maybe an hour after that. But there's still sometimes that I get stuck and can't find my words, you know, or for simple things. Or I might want to put clothes in the dishwasher and start taking dishes out back.
Right.
I mean,
when I was weeding this weekend, at one point I just started crying, and Ryan's like, "What is wrong? What is wrong?" I'm like, "My leg is cramping so bad and I want to move and I can't move." And he's like, "Well, why didn't you say something?" I'm like, "I can't even say the words. It just is hurting me so bad." And he finally came over and helped me get up and move it a little bit. But oh my goodness, it was cramping so bad. I was in so much pain. I couldn't even talk. I was in so much pain.
Well, I think I said the last day of my last live that I was standing at the kitchen refrigerator, and me and Casey had just come from somewhere. Must have been takeout food because we were all three at the table, or we went to the grocery store, but I couldn't even say tea.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stood there and I started stuttering with the tea, trying to say it. And then I started crying, and Casey said, "Mama, just breathe. Just breathe, Mama. Now, what is it that you want?" And I still bust out crying again. I just want some tea. But it's hard for somebody that's never had that problem to understand. And I had a psychiatrist that said nothing was wrong with me. They never sent me to their doctor. They sent me to a psychiatrist. And he said that nothing was wrong with me. Nothing.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe 15 minutes with that man. He had me count, and he asked me the names of my siblings and asked me when they were born, and then deemed me able to work and nothing wrong with me. When I saw, the report, well, when I was told the report, not only was, I was just livid. I'm like, that man has no idea.
We're all like trying to catch with the chat.
I know.
Oh, yes, Rebecca, that's exactly what happens. My toes will curl completely on their own, and I cannot get them to move and uncurl, and it hurts so bad.
Casey said, "Mama, remember that time your big toe cramped in that weird way?" I said, "Yes." I mean, my toes would do it. But I told Keevan what worried me was my left leg up the back, and it's been cramping in my arch because I have a high arch. So up my arch has been hurting, up the back of my leg into the back of my knee.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Keevan, I was just laying there, and I said, "Oh my gosh, it just scared me that if I have a blood clot." I said, "I don't know, what that is."
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just, some days some things don't hurt, and then it's like,
My mom, just for reference, my mom, when she had a big blood clot in her leg that it finally got completely blocked off, her leg in one day swelled to like this size, like quadruple the size. She said it felt like it was going to burst, and it turned blue, like dark purpley blue. And she went straight to the emergency room, lifted up her pant leg and said, "I think I have an issue." They rushed her right straight to the back. I'm so glad that we have good hospitals nearby, that we're lucky that way. That we're not.
That gives me something then to go by. Adam, she has not been to my house yet, but I irritated my dog with it. My spooky dookie dog.
Right.
It's a hot dog. Let me go get it.
Peaches said Pedialyte can help with the cramps. I might have to try that. Thanks, Peaches.
Keevan finally, because he's been dehydrated and felt so bad yesterday. He drinks water all the time. I said, "Have you been drinking your Gatorade G2s?" So he got a bunch of G2s yesterday, and I gave him
low sugar.
Huh?
Are they low sugar?
They are. Yeah. And I took him some a little shot of pickle juice.
Mm-hmm.
And he drank just like a little shot glass. He drank half of it, and then I finished the rest.
Right.
Let me show him Minnie Mouse.
Vinegar helps with cramps.
Does it
Apple cider
really?
vinegar. Yes.
Good
Also,
morning, Joel
more potassium
Thorson.
in your
Good
system.
morning, Joel Thorson. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you, Joel. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you.
Oh, Traci, it's so good to hear you with such joy. It's so
I'm
good to
telling
hear
you, the sleep and Jesus have made all the difference in my life. I'm not joking.
you. Yeah, God first. Yes, for sure. Oh, yeah.
You know, I did say to my childhood best friend,
Good morning,
her
Doris.
kind of adopted parents, her parents have passed away years ago. So there was this couple that kind of looked after her, and they go to my parish also, and they were at
Oh,
Mass
nice.
and they were like, holy cow, we haven't seen you in a while. I said, I think I'm finally over being mad at God. And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I'm ready to come back and get my Jesus on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. I'm so happy for you.
Hey, Derek. Yes, we were all concerned.
Oh,
And Traci said a prayer for you.
Yes.
And all right, you guys, Minnie Mouse is going to sing. All right, come on now. You was just singing. All right, come on, Minnie.
hot dog, diggity dog.
You guys,
Awesome.
I love singing with you. You
Aw,
guys, my poor puppy, she's all up here wanting to see it, but her tail is tucked all the way under.
but she's scared to death of it.
Yeah,
It's like, what the heck are you doing to me?
but it's so cute. And no, Adam got it from last week's auction for my grandbaby and sent it.
Oh,
It's
how sweet.
beautiful.
Okay, Minnie, touch me.
Anamora, good
Good
morning,
morning, Amor.
Anamora, good morning, Anamora, good morning, it's good to see you, Anamora.
All right.
Okay,
When
we're
you
not
guys
going
get
to sing
tired
it
of my
again.
singing, just tell me.
We're not going to sing it again.
You talking about Minnie? I'm not singing again.
Yeah, she sings a hot dog, hot dog. I've never seen it.
Because Traci's doing a great job here. She doesn't need any help.
Well, I'm telling you, if you guys get tired of
Cool.
my singing, you just let me know because, you know.
Oh, no.
What
No.
is it? You looking for Minnie Mouse? You know
Joyful.
you don't want no Minnie Mouse.
Anamora's laughing at my singing. That's okay, because I laugh at my singing too. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. BRB.
All right.
You guys, I really think that Destiny overdid it the other night, and I'm glad she called me. She FaceTimed with me several times, and it was real late, and I knew she had to be tired. And
Yeah.
but some medicines, one of the medicines she's on in the hospital caused me to be hyper. So
Oh.
when I had my hysterectomy, poor Kevin, they left. I mean, I was just like, I woke up, I wanted coffee, and I was like, da 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 da, all over, just
That there was a problem with that medicine for you.
I don't know. So, my dad is the same thing that whenever my dad, he had a stroke, but whenever something would, he'd get infection, have to go in the hospital, they would give it to him, which he would, it would make him agitated, real agitated because he couldn't speak real well. He only had one eye, so his vision in that one eye was like he had no side vision. It was just the straight, and he
Mhm.
had only one arm he could use. And so anyway, he'd get real agitated and fidgety and try to pull, So that's the same medicine that causes me to be hyper if I'm in the hospital. But so I could kind of, when I asked Destiny, I said, "What do they have you on?" And she told me.
Mm.
But bless her heart, you guys. Bless her heart.
I keep praying and praying and praying for Destiny that she heals, that she gives herself, allows herself the time she needs to heal. You know, it's just, sometimes it's hard, especially as a mom. You don't know how to let others take care of you because you're too used to being the caretaker. So it's very hard sometimes for moms, you know.
Well, she said that Tommy told her that the kids have been cleaning up so the house would be sparkly when she gets home.
Aw, that's
I
awesome.
said, well, good. I said, because they want their mama home. And I know it's hard for Tommy to have to be, home with the kids, but wanting to be at the hospital with Destiny,
Mhm.
So bless her heart. But you guys.
Yeah, it will be a blessing when she can go home.
Yes.
And recover at home. When they can be all together, that will be a blessing.
Definitely.
Well,
But it's going to take her some time.
Well, there's things they've got to figure out. They've got to figure out, number one, how that happened, because they don't medically, there's no reason that they can find that her spleen just wanted to, she called it exploding spleen, but why it just did that. Usually that's from an accident.
Right. Usually it's a blunt force trauma to the abdomen area that causes that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, no, hers just basically exploded, and it didn't have whatever was supposed to be around it. So that was like a ticking time bomb. That could have happened anytime, anywhere.
Right.
And I just praise the Lord that she was in town and
close enough to the hospital.
Yeah. LizzAnn, close to a good hospital.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
with
interrupt
Tommy so that he could rush her there quickly. I mean, if she would have been by herself, she wouldn't have been able to drive herself. She was losing consciousness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
When you bleed out internally, 1 unit of blood right away.
Oh, yeah.
And I think she's still getting blood transfusion. She was when I talked to her. And my daughter, I told her, I said, and when my daughter, they messed up her, they cut through her aorta during the routine gallbladder surgery. I said, the doctor told me she bled out 6 units. How many units do you have?
I do not know.
That's almost all of them, I think.
Yeah. I mean, she basically.
Let's just Google that.
Yeah. He said she died on the table. And 12 of their best brought her back. No, 12 of your best did not bring her back.
No, God brought her back.
Exactly.
And so anyway, she continued to have blood transfusions up until she left. Yeah. And then of course they covered everything up and said, nothing happened. But that has been almost, I guess it's been about 10 years ago or close to it. And I still tell her, I said, girl, you got a story to tell. You got to get things together because you got a story to tell. And like I told Destiny, I said, well, baby, when you get back and you get on your, when you start doing your lives the way you want to do them, I said, you got a story to add to. So,
okay, this is what Google says. The infamous Google says, we have between 8 and 12 pints of blood in the body of an average adult.
Wow.
1 unit of blood is approximately 525 milliliters, which is roughly the equivalent of 1 pint.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I know NASCARman, but they say when you have surgeries, this or this could happen. But it was awful. And when they walked me back there, I knew that they did not think she was going to make it. because they were still doing the rushing around, and she was not in a recovery room.
Mm-hmm.
And they allowed me to go back there and see her.
Yeah.
And they really did not think she was going to make it. And it's like, it was hands off. Nobody wanted to be the nurse to have to go in her room. Nobody wanted to be the one. We had one nurse that was so good, so good. But the rest of them, none of them wanted to do anything because they knew that she was a liability. When that doctor cut into her aorta,
Mm-hmm.
she was a liability.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which meant
I have to say,
they should have been paying attention and doing something. You know,
real quick, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to Joy Be the Difference Clothing. You are a beautiful, smart, and brilliant woman. Triple threat, triple threat, triple threat.
Yes, Joy in the morning. I went and I've looked at some of your videos.
Me too. It's exciting. She is a beautiful, beautiful woman.
Peaches, I thought everybody knew. She was on a date with her husband Tommy, and they had a babysitter, and they were just kind of out looking around and shopping and going different places. And her spleen decided to just, I don't know. She calls it exploded, but yeah, it just erupted and didn't have whatever was supposed to be around it to hold it together. And it put a pint of blood real quick into her abdomen, and she saw her stomach start blowing out, and then she lost feeling, and they had to rush her to the hospital. So yeah, so now the immune system has something to do with the spleen. So now, yeah, a date at the Dollar Tree.
I know. That cracks me up, but that's, I guess when you're resellers, a date at Dollar Tree is probably a good time, right?
Yes.
So I mean, I think that she said they're sending it off to see what in the world that happened. And I think they're going to have to research and put it as, like, you know how something strange that happens like that, they put it in a medical book and try to figure out. So what do you call him? The doctor, huh?
They'll put it in a journal.
Oh yeah, but what's the doctors for the immune system? Immunologist?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Immune or an endocrinologist? No, an immunologist. I don't know.
Yeah. It's got to be specialists for her immune system. And I mean, I said, well, baby girl, they say bad luck comes in 3. And I said, so 1, you had your sinus surgery. Mm-hmm. 2, the cat
scratched your eye.
California, and you had to have that repaired. I said, so now, you got that going on. Look who is.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to our Pixie. We love you and we're praying. We love you, Destiny.
Yeah, girl.
Was your ears burning, baby? Was your ears burning? Because, yep, see? Oh, Destiny. Bless her.
Girlfriend, no kidding. We've been praying and praying. Everybody's worrying. The whole week of so many people worried about you and praying for you. You can't help but take the time and get better, because we're going to pray you better. Like I've been saying all along, we will pray you better.
Yeah, Destiny, I read John 14 and said in here, huh? Mama's saying something about, you know what? She'll sit back there and say something, and I just don't hear her. And I'll be in my room sometime. I say, Mama, I just don't hear you. Or I'll be hollering at her, I can't hear you. Instead of us just getting up. Oh, good news.
Oh, she wants to come on and tell us her good news. Send her the link. Send her the link.
Woo!
Traci, are you okay?
I am just a happy girl.
Yes, you are. And I'm so happy to see you this way. This is fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, let me get Destiny. Let me find Destiny.
Yeah.
Come on, Destiny.
I'm working while we're talking.
You can just go ahead and work. You got work to do, girl. You can go ahead and
I
do
have
it.
a special assignment. There's one of the local middle schools has had been having an art show at this little coffee shop that that I'm friends with the owners of. That my artwork hangs in there from time to time as well, and I actually have a permanent piece on display along with a couple of other artists from the area. But anyway, she rotates this one wall of her shop with different artists, which is very nice of them to do. It gives us an opportunity to display our work where there's limited opportunities to do that.
Right.
And anyway, currently the middle school has their art on display, and tonight is the reception for this. This was one of those situations where we didn't have one judge or two judges or something like that. Normally, you would do that for a show, but we did everything was a people's choice. So everybody voted that went into the coffee shop that wanted to participate. They all voted on the ones they liked, and they tallied. She's tallied all the answers, all the results. Excuse me, and so that'll be on tonight. But I kept going in there. I think I went in there like 5 times during this display, which I hadn't been able to get to her shop in a little while now, because life just sometimes gets in the way. And so I've been going in there a little bit more, and once I couldn't pick anything, so I ended up not voting because I couldn't decide. They were all so good, and she and I were talking about the different pieces one day, and I was explaining what I saw in each of the kids' work, and anyway, she told their teacher, and next thing I know, now tonight I'm speaking to the kids.
Oh my goodness, good job.
And
Destiny's on. Let's hear Destiny's good news. Welcome, Destiny.
Yes.
We love
I'm
you.
sorry, Destiny. I didn't know you were back there.
There you go.
Am I loud enough? Am I too loud?
You're good.
Good.
Okay. So the doctor came in. Oh. Let me move my heart monitor thing. Too many boxes and this and that. Yeah, there's less and less cords.
That's a good thing.
I miss everybody too. I was going to do a live last night, and my anxiety got the nasty best of me, and so I kept calling Tommy. So he didn't get much sleep last night, poor guy. But I talked with him, and just so I could calm down. They gave me some medicine to help with my nerves. It did not help. So I had to break down and call Tommy. I'm a little dizzy at the moment. I'm having my first cup of coffee in over a week. And gotta look here because I remember talking to you guys on Friday, but I don't remember what was all said, so I do apologize. I know a lot of people are wondering what happened, what's going on, but I will be doing a live once Tommy gets here. They're actually going to be transferring me out of the, what is this, the CC something. It's like the ICU. Um, it's okay, drugs can do that. Yeah, but these are prescribed drugs. They're not supposed to do that.
Are you talking
Um,
about they're going to send you to the CCU, or
no,
is that
I
where
was
you're
in the CCU. I've
at? Okay.
been in the CCU. I want to get, okay, so I'm going to get emotional. So please forgive me. Um, a big part of the reason why I am still here is because I had one nurse in the ER that was barking orders like a drill sergeant, and I am so thankful for her because I have 30 some staples going from here right up underneath down past my belly button. It does hurt a lot, not gonna lie. I've been very stubborn with the pain medicine. They gave me some type of morphine stuff, and I'm not one to take even Tylenol if I don't have to. And but anyway, um, my good news is I'm being moved out of CCU, and you. Oh, I'm sorry. I hold on one second? Can you eat bread to get the dizziness away? That was my next comment. I actually um hopefully this will be the last time I have to come back to CCU because they tried to remove me the first time, and um, something happened, and my blood pressure or my heartbeat, it was my heartbeat, was 160 plus, and they couldn't get it down. And so my blood pressure was crazy. Um, and then my pulse or the oxygen, oh, that little thingy that goes like this, red, clips on, that was all kind of weird. And so I've been kind of starting to write a little bit about what happened and stuff like that. Probably gonna, just so that I remember. But they're still trying to figure out what caused my spleen to literally explode.
Mm-hmm.
It literally exploded. The doctor said that, I mean, he's confused just as much as everybody else because the type of injury to my spleen, they were like, "Did you fall?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "We went to lunch, we walked into Dollar Tree, and that was the end of it. That was the story was over at that point, you know." And they said it was like I was in a sport. Sorry, I have to wipe my nose, y'all. But uh, each day, I get another wire taken off, another IV out. I had 2 IVs, and this is the only one left in my arm, and they had to remove it because it was pretty bad here. And then I don't know if anybody knows anything about potassium, but some people, when it comes to potassium, can't absorb it. What's the word he used? Is absorb it fast enough as they're putting it in. So I remember Traci saying that her leg got real big and was like all one big leg, right? Is that what you were saying, Traci? Okay, hold
Yes,
on.
it is. Yep.
Okay, I gotta cough real quick. Sorry, guys.
Do what you got to do, baby girl.
So that's what happened to my arm. This big circle around my arm, which I'll explain more of this stuff later after Tommy gets here, was actually, this was all swollen. And
Wow.
um, I don't remember them putting the IVs in. Oh, Mama, how much potassium do you have to take? That's all. To me personally, I don't ever want to touch potassium. I've had 4 or 5 blood transfusions. This last one they gave me was yesterday, I think, and it helped a lot. It helped a lot. And then my awesome nurse, granted my hair doesn't look like it now, but I've had this one nurse on this floor in this CCU that I'm in. She has been phenomenal. Her name is Sierra. I absolutely love her. She kept me in check, but was positive about it. Very, very positive about it. And I just realized I look a little horrendous today, but I
Destiny, you look beautiful to us.
Yes, ma'am. We're glad to see that beautiful face. See, that's why I had to come on this morning. You're the reason. I done told them, I said, I felt like, well, maybe nobody will notice if I don't go on today. But see,
Oh, I notice. I notice every time you don't go on. I get a little bummed out when you're not on.
oh,
I do. Because you make this feel like home. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys right now, and you're probably all going to laugh because I'm a very, very self-conscious person. I had to have teeth pulled out, which will be in my backstory. All my top teeth are gone.
Mm-hmm.
I have a plate. Never in a million years would you have seen me without my teeth.
It's okay.
It would have never happened.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
I greatly appreciate it. I thank you. You guys make me feel so good. Ooh,
now,
I want to block her. Hold on, guys. Hold on. You guys gonna see this. This thing is wickedly awesome. And you know what? I could do so much with it. I wonder if he would let me have it. Can you see it?
yeah, that walker out there.
Uh-huh.
Seen one. Isn't that cool? I wonder if I talk to him really, really nicely, if he would take a power chair for that one. I wonder. I could do.
I don't even know if you remember, but you know you called me and Pat, don't you, the other night? Do you remember talking to me and Pat the other night?
I do. I remember calling Pat to let him know what was going on, and it was not my fault. My phone had a mind of its own. That it literally three-wayed called on its own because Pat's like, hey, you're calling somebody. I'm like, no, you already answered. And he's like, hi, honey. He didn't say that. Sorry. My honey's in here, the bargain effect.
That's right.
Hey, Tommy.
Good morning, Tommy.
Good morning.
Thank you for saving the life of our beautiful girl. We couldn't do it without you.
Can you pass some of what you going on over this way? Pass that juju this way.
I know. Just some good sleep and some Jesus. That's what I got going on today, Destiny. Some good sleep and some Jesus.
Destiny had called me one time, so when I seen it again, I'm like, uh-oh, let me see what's going on. And there was Pat right there, and I'm like, oh, I'm in bed. I'm kind of laid back in bed.
No, like I told Tommy, I'm like, Tommy, because Pat calls Tommy and goes, yeah, your girl, your angel tonight. And I'm like, I didn't know what was going on. I had no clue.
Well, I mean, I had on my nightgown, and I didn't care what you look. You know, you saw what I look. I'm like,
Right.
oh yeah, I see you on there. Hi, how you doing? And when you got talking about your staples, and you was talking about your staple, I'm like, oh no, don't show them, no.
No, I have pictures of my staples. I've got 30 some. I think me and the nurse. See, now this thing's gonna drive me nuts.
I counted 25. You
And
had
that was what you could see in the picture and what
Yeah.
I could show without
you guys.
Without showing things you don't want to show.
Yeah, exactly.
What the heck?
Oh. Okay, Tommy, what do you want? You're being way, way, way too sweet.
He is amazing.
I don't need any thanks for loving her. No, he is. He's a really, really good man.
He's an amazing man.
And he knew something wasn't right either. Because when I came out of the bathroom, because I thought, well, if I splashed some water in my face, just kind of get my bearings, I'd be okay. So I went into the bathroom. I tried to dab myself with water. Didn't work. So I went to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I overate. That feeling when sometimes you overeat. And I knew I didn't overeat. I mean, you can never overeat sushi and Chinese.
Right.
At least not in my book. And I was starting to feel at the Chinese place, I knew I was like, I cut myself off because I was like, if I keep eating this, I am going to end up getting sick. And so I just stopped at that point. And we left, walked in but it was weird. It was like all those weird things that you hear about having a stroke or a heart attack. It like started where it felt like it was just pinchy here. And then here, I was just kind of like, what in the world? And then, it just rapidly just started firing off rapidly. And then I was on the phone with Tommy, and the doctor came in, and he used a really, really good analogy. And I love analogies. They're like my all-time favorite thing. And he was talking about me being a plane, being at 30,000 feet, and all of a sudden, you stop, you eat, you fill up, stuff like that. But you're at 30,000 feet, and then you go down, and then all of a sudden, you're just like rock bottom. But you didn't crash, because at this part, everything's all starting to act weird and stuff. And so, and I started leveling out, and now I'm going up, and I'm about 28,000 feet now instead of the 30,000 feet. So we still have a long ways to go. But it just, for me, it made sense. I'm sure I butchered the crap out of it, because we all know that that's what I do. That's my living. So, yeah, I blew an engine.
Yeah.
Blew an engine. And
you need to make sure that you take care of you, that we will do whatever we can to help you with anything we can from our faraway places, but anything you need that we can help you with, we will.
Oh, I know. And you know what he said too? He walks in the room, and I have this all set up. The computer's all set up. He walks in the room. He looks at me. He's like, "Please tell me you are not working." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You are in the CCU. You have your computer out, and you're trying to work. We less than like 5 days ago, you wouldn't have been able to do this." I'm like,
Well,
oops.
okay, well, it's like this, Destiny. What did my doctor tell me? Monday was a week ago. He does not understand how in the world he had to redo my whole rotator cuff in my shoulder and that he released me. I said, praise God. I got my Jesus on last night.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I didn't ask for a miracle. I just asked God when I went in there, please, because it was praise. It was this, what they say, holy roller. Yep. So I said, all I asked for was to be able to raise my hands, arms all the way up and praise the Lord. And I said, and then I was able to tell him. So, you know, Dad, God has his hands in all things.
Yes, he does.
And you talked about doing your own channel, and now look, you got so much to say. And Tommy, I hope you enjoy sitting at my kitchen table this morning. I'm glad all of you guys are. I'm just looking around to see where in the world you guys are sitting at, because I will show you guys. Oh, how embarrassing. Look at my kitchen table. Oh, where's
You got to
everybody?
get ready for art therapy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Tommy hasn't come back and said, "Hey, your table's neater than ours."
No, mine's longer. So that means it has more stuff. Casey did my art room where I wouldn't have all that. But see, Tommy, you're sitting at my table. It's like this. Somebody said they can't interview me because I lose focus. I can't keep focus. I'm like, well, I'm not supposed to. That's not who I am. I mean, if you're around me long enough, you know, I don't keep focus.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you guys love me, and I know that.
That's right. As long as I have a place to sit my coffee cup, I'm all good.
I always hold mine because I spill it otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the South, we call it squirreling. You know how the squirrels, they don't know which way to go, which way to go. Do I go left? Do I go right?
I don't know if Liz is
Did I
trying
sing to
talk
Mary?
us, but she muted herself.
Okay, I'm off now. I figured it
All
out.
right.
I'm stupid.
Good morning to Mary Pelletier. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you.
Look, I go to my rheumatologist. I'm going to say, Latuda. One word, honey. Latuda.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know. You guys already know I'm over the top most of the time.
Yeah.
I just can imagine if I was like Traci every morning. Oh,
I'm not like this every morning, but man, I feel good. Do 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 do. I knew I would. Do 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 do.
There's those dance moves on the ceiling again.
hey, Destiny, I'm going to show you my cookie for this morning. Wait,
Okay.
Casey already got on to me about it. I said, you know, when you want cookies, I said, when you want cookies, but you don't feel like baking them, yeah, that's my cookie. He said, Mom, did you? It says you're not supposed to eat raw cookie dough. I said, I grew up eating it.
It's got
Yeah.
egg in it. It's got egg in it.
Me too.
I love the raw oatmeal raisin cookie dough.
Oh, me too, Destiny. That's my fave.
We can't buy it in our house because it never makes it to the house.
So see, we all grew up licking the beaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, little raw egg never hurt anybody.
Huh?
And our eggs were not as I mean, like we used to buy eggs from the farmer's market, you know?
Yeah.
Those weren't like all cleaned and stuff. I had eggs that
Yeah.
still had some little chicken poop on the outside, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I don't
look,
remember that day, but
did your mamas at least cut the mixer off?
my
Yeah,
mom used a
clever.
hand mixer without the power.
Clever.
I'm just kidding. But look, when I met Frances, oh man, when she'd do her chocolate pound cakes and stuff, I'd be like, oh yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to, I'd let the kids lick the beaters. And then I was like, oh, I get the bowl. That woman, no, that woman was able to scrape everything out of that bowl. And I'd look at it and be like, dang.
Oh yeah. I always
Always.
tried to call the bowl. This fat kid, man. I was like, I call the bowl, because it always had the best stuff in it. The most.
Not at Mama's house. So I
Mhm.
got where, whichever kid came in, they got one beater, I got the other. But no.
That's funny. Destiny, what I was trying to tell you a while ago was when you were talking about your coffee cup, was you were hanging on to it so it wouldn't run off.
Mhm.
Because, you know, it's got all that energy being coffee.
Mhm. I gotta fill mine back up.
All
And
right.
then the other thing I wanted to tell you, Destiny, is I apologized for talking so long earlier when you were trying to get in, and I didn't realize you had popped in. I hadn't noticed you there, otherwise I'd have shut up.
There is absolutely no reason to apologize.
Well, I wasn't trying to be rude. I do apologize for
Well,
coming
you
off
weren't
that way.
rude. You heard it from me. You weren't rude. Anybody in the chat that thinks she was rude, well, bye-bye.
Thank you. You're so kind.
Look, that's what we do in our family. We all talk over each other. I had
Mhm.
We'll
Yeah, we
there
do
would
that
be
in
a
ours too.
beater. If you think she was rude, we'll give you a beater still plugged in and then turn it on. How's that? Does that work?
Oh my goodness. Well, on that note, I must take my leave. I have some work to finish up for that art thing tonight.
That's great news, though, that you were asked to speak. I think that's awesome.
And
That is
I've
awesome.
written a personal note about each of them, about each of the kids' art, for the kids to know what my thoughts were about their artwork.
that's
So,
wonderful.
so I've judged events before, but I've never done it quite like this. You know, I really still couldn't decide. And also, I'm supposed to come up with a an award presentation for somebody on, you know, in that group, and I'm like, I couldn't decide before. How you expect me to decide now? So I
I
did.
wouldn't be able to judge children's artwork.
No.
That'd be
Well,
so hard.
it's not like that exactly. I mean, the way I handled it, everything I've said in these are positive things. I have not made any negative critique.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of good in this group of 55 pieces of work. I'm amazed at how talented these kids are. I'm just amazed. Some of them are first year art students, or this is the 7th and 8th grade students at this school, and I am just amazed at some of their keen observation and that they put into their work. It's just awesome. It made it very difficult. But I did come up with. I decided to do 2 awards, one for the 7th grade and one for the 8th grade. And that way, I think it's a little fairer. So anyway, that's what I'll be doing this evening. I am not a public speaker, and I'm not one to write down something to say because I get lost in trying to keep up. So y'all, please keep me in your prayers, because all that noise you're going to be hearing from this corner of Texas, that's going to be all those butterflies and all those trees. They're in my stomach.
Girl, you do great.
Those
You do
thousands
great.
of
Girl,
little
you'll
ones.
be fine. Just plant both feet firmly on the ground. Don't stiffen your knees. Just give yourself a little cushion so you don't pass out.
Oh, they're gonna be
You'll be
wobbling.
fine.
Those knees are gonna be wobbling.
Well, see, look, I gave you the perfect. I threw you under the bus that day by just. I had to jump off screen, and you did well.
No,
Exactly.
that's true. That's true.
Just pretend. Okay, here's a good thing. I'm not going to tell you. Pretend the adults are in their underwear or whatever. Just pretend you're sitting around mom's coffee table
Yep.
having a great conversation.
Awesome. I'll
The
do
Like
that.
you're
kids
doing
are
now.
warm and welcome. Even if you have to have an empty coffee cup, although I would probably put some coffee in there because kids are very energetic.
It's a coffee
And
cup.
as we get older, we're not so energetic. Although Traci still wants some of what you got.
I don't know.
Ah,
I don't think
that
Traci
energy.
needs any more coffee.
And just remember, if adults love you, the kids are gonna love you.
Oh goodness,
Oh, thank you.
the kids gonna love you
Absolutely.
first.
Kids are so forgiving and so,
Kids are more understanding
yeah.
and listen better than any adult could possibly do. Like when I was here, I vaguely remember the first night I was here. Whew, boy, do I vaguely remember it. But I
Yeah, trip to work.
remember my daughter opening my eyes and my daughter's face being right there.
Aww.
Okay.
Awesome.
And her telling me, doing the petting thing.
Oh.
Mama, are you awake?
Oh.
Kids have a way of being pulled in, listening, and remember, you got this.
You
Aw.
do got it.
Thank
You
you
got
so
do.
it.
much.
Or
Thank
just
And you know
tell
what?
them,
As
just tell
you're
them
doing it,
the hospital bed will come with a mixer. You have to listen.
and as you're
There's
doing
wisdom
it,
from that
Livin,
coffee. From that.
fi- find a different child to focus on.
Yeah.
As you're doing
Okay.
it, look at different kids.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
talk to
That's a
them.
great idea.
And if you can't look in their face,
if
if that makes you nervous, look just over their head. They won't be able to tell the difference.
Or look at the tip of their nose.
Good point.
Yep.
Good point. Good point. I did take a speech class in 9th grade. I can't remember a thing about it. Except don't touch your face while
Us
you're
either.
talking. Don't mess with your
Us
hair
either.
while
That's
you're
why we're
talking.
telling you to threaten them with the
I love public. It might surprise some of you, but some of you it won't surprise at all. That my dream career when I was younger was to be a motivational speaker. That was my dream
Wow.
career.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mine was pop out babies and be a good,
But Tracy,
be
you
a
know
good
what?
mom
What,
and a good
Destiny?
wife. That's
Yeah.
all I wanted to be.
Cool.
Yeah.
That,
You said your dream job was to be a motivational speaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
you are.
Well, you're doing your job, your dream job.
See?
You don't have to go to school to be a motivational speaker. On your channel, you are speaking. And if people want to hear it, people are going to hear it. People don't want to hear it and want to be a bunch of buttheads. Well, I'll just make the preview video with a blender.
Uh-huh. That's right.
We're all going to know now what the blender means.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to get the blender.
I'll just be like, hey, got your blender ready? People be like, and thank you, Adam. Yes, my voice is very much a lot stronger.
Yeah.
I don't-
Tommy's going to get at us, don't you? We're what do you call it when you oh goodness, when you get somebody to act up when they're not supposed to, we're kind of doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're stirring up the mischief. So I'm
Mhm.
going to stir up that mischief and move on. So I've got to go, ladies.
Okay,
All
love
right,
you.
Lizzie.
We love you
We
too.
love you, LizzAnn.
You take care, and thank you for the words of encouragement. I can't do that back. I got half the heart. Here's the other half.
That's what I
I'd
do.
say break a
Love
leg.
you.
All
I'd
right,
say
God
break
bless
a
y'all.
leg,
Have a
but
wonderful day.
we can't do that.
I'm sorry.
I said I'd say break a leg, but the way things have been going with all of us, nope.
Yeah, don't be
Good
saying
luck.
that. Yeah, just give her some love. Love, love, love.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Love you guys.
Love
Have a
you.
blessed day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, at 15 till 11, I've got to put on some pants. I've got on sleep pants. Shut up, Tracy. We are PG. I'm going to put on blue jeans instead of my PJ bottoms, and I've got to take a package to the post office for Casey. Destiny, we are doing our Casey is doing the art therapy Tuesday. He's doing it from April's house. He's there all week. But you
I
guys,
just love the way your face when you say that, Darlene.
That's
It's like
great.
my baby isn't home and I'm not liking it.
Right.
bougie there. But look, she was sitting there so sweet holding my phone. I don't know. She might just be mine. I know, Adam. She just might end up being mine because Abriana. I don't know
Sing
what
that song.
Abriana. I don't know. You guys, if you guys, any of you are on my Facebook, you guys got to go look at my granddaughter. One little girl's in her Halloween costume with the tutu and all the princess. There's my granddaughter with the superhuman.
She was an Avenger.
Yeah.
I love the Avengers.
And my granddaughter's one with the fake six-pack abs. But
That's okay.
yeah, it is.
My daughter walks around with a Superwoman shirt. I don't know how many times we got to try to wash that thing so that it's clean because she wants to wear it all the time. You know how when your kids are little and they have this one outfit they just can't live without?
You have to sneak it to the laundry.
Yeah, and then they cry all day until it's done.
Uh-huh.
No, Casey had cowboy boots.
Jasmine had those too.
Casey had my shiny material that he would tie around his waist and run around the house dancing in. And come to find out, my daughter finally hid it from him. I just let him be. But I'm going to tell you, don't tell a 3-year-old you're not playing with boy toys. She come home and said, Nanny, hey, Flippin' Hustler.
Hi.
Hi, Todd.
Hi,
Good morning, good morning, good morning to Todd. We welcome you to our table. Good morning to you.
But she told me, she said, Nanny, so-and-so, I'm not going to name names, it's her daddy's girlfriend, on and on. So-and-so says, you can't play with boy toys. That's what she said, Nanny. I said, oh, she did? Yes. I said, well, there's really no such thing as girl or boy toys. I said, but you know what, baby? Nanny will hook you up Christmas. And I did. She got her a pack of construction trucks, different ones, because her pawpaw works across the street. And she sees these big utility trucks coming in and out. She knows pawpaw's in the dump truck. And so, yeah, I did it. Todd, I appreciate when you send me, Todd, I get singing things from Todd. And I enjoyed the man you sent, he was singing my Elvis song. So, that always feels good too. You get a little singy thing from Todd. Yeah, Dab Kitty, but I'm glad now they're making the like cooking toys that's a little bit more boyish. So, because little boys want to cook. Some of the best for boys.
When my Jimmy was little, Ryan did when I was working 90 hours a week sometimes, you know, Frank did all the housework and did a lot of the cooking, and Jimmy wanted a vacuum cleaner and a kitchen set for Christmas one year, and he got them because you know what? His daddy cleaned. I wanted him to learn he could be just like that. You don't have to have a woman do that stuff for you. You know, I want my boys to learn to be self-sufficient.
Oh, when I come home from work one time and I tell Casey, I said, you know, son, you're going to have to start learning to, when he moved back home or anyway, I said, you know, I'm back working now. And I said, you're going to have to learn how to help out. You're going to have to wash dishes. And my husband, see, that was when I was about 45. And he looked at Casey. He said, that is a woman's work. He is not going to do dishes. Oh no. Yeah. Mama kind of broke it down. No. Mama kind of broke it down. But Casey he won't touch dirty dishes. But you know, we finally got a dishwasher. He takes them out. He's helping with laundry. He caught up all the laundry before he went to April's. Yeah. So anyway, you guys, it is 10:39. I have to switch out to blue jeans, Adam.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I could rock these. They just look like what do you call them? That comes right up on your knees.
Capris.
Yes, they look like capris, but you know, I'll put on some jeans. And Destinie,
I get to wear regular clothes today too.
Yay!
It has to be all loose stuff, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can bounce. I hope everybody can bounce on over to the Porch Church Network. And if, hey, Gianna, I didn't see you in there.
Good morning, Gianna. Good morning, Gianna. It's got to be a quick song because we got to go.
You give her Destinie some of that. With Adam, if you could throw the Porch Church Network over in the thing, I would greatly appreciate it. And you guys pray for, not only pray for Destinie, you guys pray for Derek.
Definitely.
Just for Derek in general, what we call unspoken prayers. You know, I mean, just the Lord knows what his need is.
That's right.
We know healing for Destinie, but a peace of mind. Let's say a peace of mind. All right, Destinie's gone. A peace of mind for Derek.
That's right.
But I love all you guys, and I'll see you back on the Porch Church Network for art therapy. And you guys, I think I'll add my angel wings today.
Sounds good. I'm going to be coloring today.
And add the angel wings. So you guys come back for some art therapy, and I pray that Derek will be able to come on and get that. I think he'll need that art therapy today.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Adam. And I love all you guys, and I'll see you in church.
Love you too. Love you. Love you, Destinie. Love you, everybody in the chat.
Much love.